We are on day 59. Today we're talking about decision making. And in all levels of an organization and in your life, decisions are made. You make decisions several times a day, even if it's just what you're going to eat for breakfast. But how quickly do you make decisions? Are you one of those people that makes a quick decision with the information in front of you? Or are you slower and more deliberate? Sometimes people even get to a point of what I joke calling analysis paralysis, right? Which is they can't make a decision. They get stuck in trying to look at all the information so long they just ultimately never make one. But what if every decision you made, you could never redo it? That is it. That's where you're at. How would you go at decision making then? If you're in a leadership position, you're required to make decisions that not just impact the business, but impact and influence all those people around you. I used to pride myself on being a very quick decision maker. And I can remember through that, most of the decisions would work out well. But on occasion, there would be one that I wish I could have done differently. Now, granted, in the real world, that gives me an opportunity next time to approach that same scenario, make a different decision. Maybe be a little bit more deliberate, more calculated in that moment. But how are you looking at it when you make a decision and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to? Are you quick to say it's somebody else's fault? Or do you really take an opportunity to be responsible for that? And think about how you might go about that differently next time. I see it a lot with relationships. As a parent, we teach our children how relationships work. And it's interesting to watch your children grow up and go through those stages of dating or relationships as different things. And I remember when my son was younger, as a teenager, it was hard for him to stay necessarily as focused in that scenario as he should be. And as we talked about, it's because it wasn't the right situation for him to be in to begin with. But he stayed because of making a decision otherwise would create change that maybe he wasn't sure he wanted. So how do you coach other people to make decisions? Hopefully, they have the opportunity to look at it not just logically, but also emotionally. Whether you believe decisions have an emotional impact, they can and they will. So as you look at decision making, I want you to take the opportunity to really think through what the outcome could be. We've talked cause and effect before. But if I make this decision, what could be the outcome? Both positive and negative. As humans, we also really want to focus on what the positive part of the outcome will be if we're quick decision makers. And if you're slow decision makers, you're focused on what the negative potential outcome can be, and therefore the change in pace as to how decision making happens. Neither one is right or wrong. Depending on the scenario, you have to use different ways of looking at making decisions. What you can't do, though, is not make any at all. Imagine a day where you made no decisions. You have to decide what you're going to eat for breakfast. Not going to make a decision. You have to decide what you're going to wear to work. Not going to make a decision. It doesn't happen, right? So today I'm challenging you to look at how you go about making decisions, and ultimately, if the outcome isn't what you wanted, what are you doing with that information? The greatest learning occurs at the times that we create our own greatest challenges. Have a great day.